Hello, I'm Jessica Weifel, and I would like to welcome you to the instructional video for part 3 of the Scheepjes Festival of Lights Crochet Along. In this video, we will be working the popcorn diamond motif. The written pattern can be found on the Scheepjes website. A link will be in the description. If you haven't already, I recommend watching the introductory video. It covers materials, some tricks for staying organized, and a little bit about my inspiration when designing this blanket. In this video, I will be using UK crochet terms. I will link the video with US terms in the description. Round 1. Using yarn A, make a magic ring by wrapping the yarn around 2 fingers. Insert your hook into the yarn, wrap yarn over hook, and pull a loop through the ring. For round 1, into the ring, make a beginning half treble crochet by making a 1 chain and 1 double crochet. Make 4 more half treble crochets into the ring. Then chain 6. Now, in the back bump of the 3rd chain from the hook, make 1 slip stitch. Looking at the chain, this is the front and back loops, and down here is the back bump. Slip stitch into the back bump of the next 3 chains. This forms a 4 slip stitch branch and a corner 2 chain space. This corner space can be a little hard to find on subsequent rounds of the pattern, so it might be helpful to mark the corners either with a stitch marker or a scrap of yarn. In subsequent rounds, we will be using both the slip stitches and the chains that they are worked into as stitches. So in the next round, when you get to these chains here, they will be considered stitches to work into as well as the slip stitches on the other side. Working again in the ring, make 1 more half treble crochet. Repeat the 4 half treble crochet and formation of the 4 slip stitch branch and the corner space again to complete the other side. Marking the corners with a stitch marker can be done a little easier before the corner is made. Just place the stitch marker around the chain and hold it close to your hook while completing the corner. Close the magic ring by pulling gently on the starting tail of the yarn until the center is closed. Before fastening off, check your stitch count. This round should have 10 half treble crochets, 2 4 slip stitch branches, and 2 corner 2 chain spaces. Fasten off to needle join. To needle join, cut the yarn, leaving a long tail for weaving in the ends. Lift the loop with the hook until the tail emerges. Then thread the tail onto a needle. Skip the next stitch and insert the needle from front to back through both loops of the following stitch. Insert the needle down through the stitch where the tail emerged and under the back bump through to reverse. Pull gently to create a false stitch identical in size. Normally, before continuing, I would take a moment to weave in my ends through the back loops, but I have found that this makes it a little hard to see in this particular round, so I won't be doing it here. Once you are comfortable with this motif, you may wish to do this to save yourself some time later. For the starting tail, I'm going to spin it around the center a few times. This will reinforce our magic ring a little bit and make our center more secure. Whatever's left over once you've gone around the middle a few times, you can either bring up to the outside and weave it in around the back bumps in the same manner, or you can just weave it in at the very end of the motif. Round 2. We start round 2 by joining yarn B with a standing double crochet back loop only in the first slip stitch on the right side of either 4 slip stitch branch. That's a lot, so we're going to break it down. We're going to start by making our standing stitch. You can do this by either placing a slip knot on the hook and then making a double crochet as you normally would, or you can use my method and just wrap the yarn around the hook without a slip knot and work the stitch. This will allow us to replace the top portion of the stitch during the needle join at the end of the round. This is the slip stitch branch. And this is the first slip stitch on the right side, back loop only. So insert the hook here, and complete your double crochet. Now we will chain 1 and make 3 treble crochets back loop only. In the motif top corner, make 3 treble crochets, chain 1 to form the top corner, and make 3 more treble crochets. If you are using a stitch marker, you can move it up to the 1 chain space. Now make 3 more treble crochets back loop only. This first stitch may be a little bit hidden. Then chain 1 and make 1 double crochet back loop only. Chain 4 and skip 2 half treble crochets and make 1 puff stitch. To make a puff stitch, we're going to yarn over the hook and insert the hook into the stitch. This should be the middle of the 5 half treble crochets on one side. Yarn over the hook and pull up a loop. We're going to do this 3 times in total. So yarn over hook again, insert the hook back into the same stitch, and yarn over hook, pulling up a loop. Then one more time, yarn over hook, insert the hook into the stitch, yarn over hook, pulling up a loop. You should now have 7 loops on the hook. Yarn over the hook and draw through all loops. Chain 5. Then skip the next 2 half treble crochets and repeat all of this on the other side, starting with 1 double crochet back loop only. Before fastening off, check your stitch count. This round should have 12 treble crochets, 12 treble crochets back loop only, 4 double crochets back loop only, 2 puff stitches, 2 corner 1 chain spaces, 2 4 chain spaces, and 2 5 chain spaces. Fasten off using a needle join. Once again, to needle join, cut the yarn, leaving a long tail for weaving in. Lift the loop with the hook until the tail emerges. Then thread the tail onto the needle. Skip the next stitch, the standing stitch, and insert the needle from front to back through both loops of the following stitch. In this case, it'll be a chain. If you made your standing double crochet without a slip knot, you can use the needle to gently lift and remove the top loop of the standing stitch. Insert the needle down through the stitch where the tail emerged and under the back bump through to reverse. Pull gently to create a false stitch identical in size. Crisscross your yarn tails over the back. Round 3 is mostly back post stitches, so you won't be able to crochet over these ends in round 3. Instead, you can weave them in through the base of round 2, or you can tie a small knot and wait till later in the motif to weave them in. Round 3. Join yarn C with a standing back post half treble crochet around the treble crochet just before a top corner 1 chain space. Make 1 half treble crochet in the corner, then chain 3. Place or move the stitch marker now or when the corner is completed. Make 1 half treble crochet in the back bump of the 3rd chain from the hook. Make 1 half treble crochet in the same corner. Then make 1 back post half treble crochet, and 5 back post double crochet around the next 5 stitches. Chain 1, skip the 1 chain and the 1 double crochet, and work now in the skipped half treble crochet stitches of round 1 and in front of the chain spaces from round 2. Make 1 popcorn stitch by making 4 treble crochets into the same stitch, Remove the loop from the hook. Insert the hook front to back in the top of the first treble crochet. Then place the loop back on the hook and draw it through the treble crochet. Chain 2. Do this again to make the second popcorn stitch and 2 chain in the next skipped half treble crochet. Skip the puff stitch and make another popcorn stitch and 2 chain in each of the next 2 skipped stitches. Skip 1 double crochet and chain 1. Make 5 back post double crochet around the next 5 stitches. Then repeat all of this on the other side, starting with a back post half treble crochet. Before fastening off, check your stitch count. This round should have 8 popcorn stitches, 8 2-chain spaces, 2 corner 2-chain spaces, 20 back post double crochets, 4 back post half treble crochets, and 2 1-chain spaces. Fasten off using a needle join. Once again to needle join, cut the yarn, leaving a long tail for weaving in. Lift the loop with a hook until the tail emerges. Then thread the tail onto the needle. Skip the next stitch, the standing stitch, and insert the needle from front to back through both loops of the following stitch. If you made your standing stitch without a slipknot, you can use the needle to gently lift and remove the top loop of the standing stitch. Insert the needle down through the stitch where the tail emerged and under the back bump through to reverse. Pull it gently to create a false stitch identical in size. Take a moment to weave your ends through a few of the back loops from this round so that you can crochet over them during round 4. Round 4. Join yarn D with a standing half treble crochet in a top corner 2 chain space. Make 1 half treble crochet and 1 treble crochet in the same corner. Chain 4. Place or move the stitch marker now or when the corner is completed. Make 1 double crochet in the back bump of the 3rd chain from the hook, then 1 half treble crochet in the back bump of the next chain. One treble crochet, and 2 half treble crochet in the same corner. Then make 3 half treble crochet. This first stitch may be hidden. Make 3 double crochet, then skip 2 back post double crochets. Make 1 popcorn stitch in the next chain space. Chain 1 and skip 1 popcorn stitch. Make 1 popcorn stitch in the next chain space. Chain 1 and skip 1 popcorn stitch. Make sure that you are working in front of the round 2 chain spaces for these popcorns. Now make one popcorn stitch in the next chain space of round 3 and in the 4 chain space from round 2 on the right side of the puff stitch. Chain 1 to form the side corner. Make another popcorn stitch in the same round 3 chain space and in the 5 chain space from round 2 on the left of the puff stitch. Chain 1 and skip 1 popcorn stitch. And make 1 popcorn stitch in the next chain space. Repeat this twice. Chain 1 and skip 1 popcorn stitch. And make 1 popcorn stitch in the next chain space. Note, there is not a chain space after making this very last popcorn stitch. Skip 2 back post double crochets and make 3 double crochets. And 3 half treble crochets. Repeat all of this on the other side, starting with a half treble crochet in the next corner. Before fastening off, check your stitch count. This round should have 12 popcorn stitches, 14 double crochets, 22 half treble crochets, 4 treble crochets, 2 chain 2 spaces, and 12 chain 1 spaces. Fasten off using a needle join. Once again to needle join. Cut the yarn, leaving a long tail for weaving in. Lift the loop with the hook until the tail emerges, then thread the tail onto needle. Skip the next stitch, the standing stitch, and insert the needle from front to back through both loops of the following stitch. If you made your standing stitch without a slipknot, you can use the needle to gently lift and remove the top loop of the standing stitch. Insert the needle down through the stitch where the tail emerged and under the back bump, through to reverse. Pulling gently to create a false stitch identical in size. Crisscross your tails and back, and take a moment to weave in your ends through a few of the back loops of this round so that we can crochet over them in the next. Round 5. Join yarn E with a standing double crochet in the treble crochet before a top corner. Make 2 double crochet. In the corner, make 1 double crochet and 1 half treble crochet. Chain 3. Place or move the stitch marker now or when the corner is completed. Make 1 double crochet in the back bump of the third chain from the hook. Make 1 half treble crochet and 1 double crochet in the same corner space. Skip 1 double crochet, then make 11 double crochets. The 11th double crochet is worked into the first popcorn stitch. 1 double crochet in the next 1 chain space and 1 double crochet in the next popcorn stitch. Do this twice. Make 1 double crochet, chain 1, and 1 double crochet into the next space. This is your side corner. Make sure that it lines up with your puff stitch below. Skip 1 popcorn stitch, then 1 double crochet in the next 1 chain space, and 1 double crochet in the next popcorn stitch. Do this twice. Then make 9 double crochets. Repeat what we just did on the other side, starting with 2 double crochets. Before fastening off, check your stitch count. This round should have 70 double crochets, 4 half treble crochets, 2 2-chain spaces, and 2 1-chain spaces. Fasten off with a needle join and weave in your ends. Since this is your last round, you will not be able to crochet over them. I recommend weaving in the ends towards the bottom of this round. For this project, we will not be making a specific gauge swatch. Instead, the measurements for each motif will be provided. With either kit, the diamond should measure about 6 to 6.5 centimeters from side corner to corner before blocking, and about 14.5 to 15 centimeters from pointy corner to corner. If you have been tugging on your points a lot, as I tend to do, your diamond might measure a bit more for pointy corner to corner and a bit less in the other direction. It is also good to check your popcorn diamond against your triangles. If you are concerned about yarn usage, weighing your motifs may be reassuring. On average, my popcorn diamonds measured about 5.1 grams in Metropolis and 5.9 grams in Organicon. The Metropolis kit has about a 15% buffer of extra yarn. So as long as your popcorn diamonds weigh less than 5.9 grams, you should have plenty of yarn. I talk more about gauge on my blog, but in general, find a hook that gives you results that are close enough, aim for consistency, and try not to stress about it too much. Small variations shouldn't cause much of a problem, and blocking will help even out inconsistencies. Thank you so much for joining me on this crochet along. I look forward to seeing all your progress. Please be sure to share in the Scheepjes Facebook group or on Instagram with the hashtag Festival of Lights Cal. And if you have made it this far, I would really appreciate it if you would subscribe to my YouTube channel. I would like to reach 1,000 subscribers so that I might benefit a small bit from any ads you had to watch during this video.